Hey everybody, welcome to our first business boost call. I'm super excited about these and we're super excited to have you guys tuning in to watch along with us. Want to make sure you have a notebook and pen. So if you're watching this and don't have that, go grab that now. You may want to take notes, but you will need it for something we're going to do really quick at the end. So make sure you have a notebook and a pen with you. If you're watching the playback and need to pause it for a second, do that and go grab that real quick and then come back. So my name is Brittany and I've been with Plexus for over a decade now. It'll be 11 years in May, which is hard to believe. When I first joined Plexus, when I first wanted to, had those thoughts about earning income and working the business, my immediate thoughts were all the reasons why it wouldn't work. And that's a very normal thing. Just naturally as humans, our pastor actually talked about this last Sunday. Our brains naturally go to the negative. When we have a phone call from someone we're not expecting, we automatically think, oh no, I bet it's bad news. Whatever it is, when we think of something, our minds automatically go to the negative. So when I first started thinking about the income opportunity and would it work for me, my mind did that exact thing. Started to go into all the reasons why it wouldn't work. I was telling myself I do not have the personality to be a salesperson at all. I'm super, super introverted, and I thought people had to be, a people person, extroverted to be successful here. I have severe anxiety and complete dread at the thought of talking to people, especially small talk gives me severe anxiety. I had a really small network. Because I'm an introvert, I had a very, very small network, a very small group of friends. I didn't accept people's friend requests unless they were a close family and a close friend. Even if I knew who they were, I still did not accept their friend requests unless I had a very strong personal connection to that person. I was a new mom at the time, and people were telling me to join mommy and me groups. And I literally said to multiple people, I have two friends. That's more than enough. I'm good. Like, I don't need more friends. Um, so that was my mindset. I had zero social skilling cells. I rarely posted anything on social media. If I did, I was sharing something like sharing a meme or a video. I very rarely posted my own content, my own pictures, my own thoughts. I very rarely posted my own content. So the thought of social selling, again, my mind immediately went to, I'm not good at that, I can't do it, and all the negative thoughts. I also wasn't sure how I was going to have time to fit a business into my schedule. We had just moved to a new town. I didn't know anybody there. So when I started to think of all the reasons why somebody wouldn't be successful in something like this, I had all the reasons, right? Literally every reason that somebody gives me why they think they can't be successful, I had those reasons myself. I had the exact same obstacles holding me back, or so I thought. I started watching diamond documentaries. If you're not sure what they are, when someone reaches diamond, corporate comes out and they film a documentary and they talk about their journey to diamond and what that has meant to them. So I started watching those. I started following Jules on social media, and I saw the lives they were living. I saw the freedoms that they were experiencing. I saw the dreams that were coming true, and I wanted that. My desire was for a better life for me, for Austin. Um, and I thought about those obstacles that were holding me back. So how did I overcome them? I decided that I was going to be successful. You have to first decide that you are going to be successful. If you're just kind of half in, half out, I hope this happens, I'm going to give it a try. If you're not 100% committing to success, then all you're going to see are the problems. All you're going to see are the obstacles. All you're going to see are the things in yourself that you see as reasons why you can't be successful. Every single person at the top of this company has had obstacles and setbacks and lacked the skills it takes to be successful. All of them. I get messages from people regularly, people who want to, give the income opportunity a try. So we do calls, I go over all the information, give them all the tips, all the, ways to get started, give them all the direction that they need. And then they reach out down the road and they're saying, this isn't working, I haven't made any money yet. So then we look back at their action steps. Okay, what have you done since we talked last? What have you been doing? And every time they haven't done even half of the stuff we've talked about. They haven't shown up on social media. They haven't reached out to their friends. They haven't spent any time watching any of the training calls that I sent them or participating on anything on the team page. Usually it's about like 10% effort at most. So then we talk about why that is. Why weren't you successful? Why didn't you show up? And they, across the board, always give me reasons, excuses, obstacles they face. So I didn't feel like I was this, or I didn't know how to do that. And it's just obstacle after obstacle. Then the reason that they didn't have any success is because they spent that entire time focusing on the things that they weren't, the things that they didn't know, the things that were their setbacks. And so because that's what they were focusing on, they never moved forward. When we decide that we're going to be successful, every person at the top of this company, the reason that they're there is that they decided at one point or another that they were going to draw their line in the sand. I've had people who have, tried to work the business, dabbled in it, quit, and then come back down the road because something in their circumstances changed. Something maybe in them has changed. And for whatever reason, they decided that they were going to go all in and they were going to make this work. And when you do that, when you decide to accomplish something, when you make success non-negotiable, you show up differently. You show up no matter what. You show up no matter how you feel, no matter what excuses are holding you back, no matter what obstacles are facing, you show up. Just to give you guys like a real life non-Plexus example, last year I turned 40, and at the beginning of 2024, I decided to set two goals for myself. I wanted to run a half marathon by the time I turned 40, and I wanted to run a full marathon the year I turned 40, before like the end of the year, before the end of 2024. So I looked up races, I signed up for them, and once I had those on my calendar, I showed up every day to work towards that goal. I first decided what I wanted to accomplish, and then no matter how I felt, no matter what the circumstances are, I showed up because I was focusing on the goal that I set, not on all the reasons why not to do it. Maybe it was a day that was going to be really, really rainy. So instead of saying, oh, it's rainy today, I'm not going to show up, I would look at the radar and say, when is it going to be raining the least? And that's when I was going to run. Or maybe it was a day that I had a super, super jam-packed schedule. I remember there's a day during that Gold School was happening and I had to be in Atlanta super early for the whole day. So instead of just skipping my run for that day, I got up early to get it in. So instead of, again, focusing on the things that were coming up that keep me from accomplishing my goal, I focused on my goal and then said, okay, so now how can I fit in what I need to do into that schedule? I focused on my goal and not on the setback, right? And because of that, because I had decided to focus on my goals, I ended up running, I think, 3 half marathons before I turned 40. And then my full marathon was like a month and a half after that goal that I had set. So it's time for you guys to decide. Are you going to go all in? Are you going to focus on your goals? Are you going to work towards them every day? Or are you going to be wishy-washy, half in, half out? Are you going to focus on the things that you're not, those obstacles that are in your way? I tell people all the time, don't let your current circumstances determine your goals. Maybe you're saying, I'm an introvert. Maybe you're saying, I have a small network. Maybe you're saying, I have no clue how to, social sell. I have no clue how to be a salesperson. Maybe it's true that you have very little time, but none of those are reasons why you can't be successful unless you give them the power to do so. So instead of thinking, I have a small network, I can't be successful, say, I want to be successful, but I have a small network. So I'm going to be very intentional every day to grow that network. Instead of saying, I'm super busy, I don't have time, say, these are the things that I want to accomplish, so I'm going to make the time in my schedule so I can fit in the things that I need to do to reach that goal. Instead of saying, I'm a terrible salesperson, I could never sell anybody anything, say, this is what I want to accomplish, so I'm going to learn how to become a better salesperson so I can reach this goal. Every skill that you need to be successful here is 100% learnable. And I can promise you that because that's exactly what I did. That's how I know that it can be done because I had all those setbacks too. And that's what this series that we are starting here is going to teach you. Everything you need to learn how to do, we are here to teach you, but we can't do the work for you. We can't show up on your social media for you. We can't message your friends. We can't do the work for you. So you can't complain that this isn't working if you're not doing the work. Okay, so I want you guys to take a few minutes, grab that notebook we talked about at the beginning. I'm going to mute my mic for just a minute here and make a list of things that you are committed to accomplishing. Think of the amount of money you want to earn every month. Do you want to be on the Emerald Extravaganza this year? Do you want to earn the free Lexus? Do you want to build your dream house? Do you want to grow your savings account? Do you want to have money to put into your retirement or your kids' college fund? So take just a minute and start a list, a very detailed list of things you are committed to accomplishing, things that you're saying right now today. I'm drawing my line in the sand, and these are things I want to accomplish with my Plexus income. I'll give y'all just a minute for that. Okay, now some of y'all are still writing, and you can continue on that list when we finish. But when you're done, I want you to put that list somewhere. You'll see it every day. Before you sit down to do other things, I want you to read over that. That way, during the day, as those thoughts start to creep in, as to, I'm too busy to do this, I don't know how to do this, I want you to read your goals every day and show up for them. Share that list with your sponsor. Let them know what you're committed to accomplishing, and they can help you figure out action steps. Send to them and say, you know, these are the things that I am committing to accomplish. So what are specific things that I need to do every day to help me get there? So every week when we do these calls, we may suggest things that are outside your comfort zone. And you may think, yeah, you know, I'm not going to do that. That's not really me. But just know that every time you do that, you're only limiting your own success and you're decreasing your chances of accomplishing all those things you just wrote out. So I want you guys to finish your list, send them to your sponsor, and decide today that you are committing to learning the things that you need to do to make that list happen. I know that there may be things on there that you're like, I have no idea how this is going to work out. I have no idea how I'm going to do it. But don't focus on those obstacles. Focus on what you want to accomplish and then show up every day to work towards those. There will be obstacles, but every obstacle is overcomable, every single one of them. But the only way that they will hold you back is if you let them. So don't give those excuses. Don't let all the reasons why you can't succeed be the things that hold you back. They will only do so if you let them. So hopefully you guys will show up every week. If you can't attend live, you can watch the playbacks because we want to give you steps every week to help you accomplish that list that you just wrote out. So thank you guys for joining me. I'll upload the playback here soon, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, y'all.